Hello, hello. Please don't say goodbye when I say hello. Hello, Dr. Glenna. Today's the
Hello, Kass.
28th of June, and we will be together within the next
Month, next month.
30 days. Yeah,
Yeah, how's it get better than
yeah,
that? I'm so excited to see you. It's been a while. It's been
it
a while.
has.
And I love creating with you, Cass. Cass is
It,
just amazing woman. So talented, such an amazing engager, speaker. She engages, I think, one of the best connector engagers I actually know, or in the top, five for sure. You're amazing.
Wait, the top five, but you get two hands. Is that the top 10?
Well, yeah,
Five, five, five. Yes. I'm in my
my jazz.
first day of the 3-day body class, and I always tell the story about you and Gary Douglas when I used to host you both years ago at the beginning for body classes, 3-day body classes, and then they both called me and they were like, "Cass, why don't you activate your 3-day body class license?" And I'm like, "Why? You guys are great. Why do I have to activate it?"
Yes, I remember that conversation. I was like, because you're good with bodies, because you love bodies. And, that's one of the things about being a 3-day body class facilitator. If you really care for bodies and love bodies, there's a lot of magic that shows up. And there's a lot of
Yes,
gifting that you can receive from the facilitators that is kind. I'm going to say it's kind for bodies when you care about bodies and you want them to thrive, to generate, and for the beings with those bodies to know what they know and to be able to start creating with the bodies.
absolutely. And really, that connection with the bodies is such a gift, right? It is such a gift. It is such a vibration. I mean, while I'm saying this, I'm actually seeing you. And one of the lovely things is never giving a definition or
Yeah.
a perspective, or as Dr. Dane was saying, a personality to the bodies. It's about being you and inviting people to be them and connect with their bodies, right? So how often are we doing the our personalities and not actually being us, right? And you can't get you wrong. So
Oh, I
it could
like
be
that.
something that makes you laugh. Am I being me or am I doing one of my personalities? Oh, one of my personalities. Oh well, how does it get any better than that? And what else is possible? It's not about getting you wrong. It's about actually getting in line with you and your body. And it's such a gift. And we do lots of classes with Access. We do lots of workshops. We do lots of sessions, that are different sessions, business training, business and healing, and it's the body is not just about the physical form.
What do you mean, Cass?
That when you are connected with your body, that every aspect of your life can and will change.
That is
You know?
so true. It
Yeah.
is so true. When you're connected, when you're creating with, when you're including your body in the creations of everything, it's weird, but there's this side effect of your life getting greater. You may not know it's coming, but it's coming. Because your body will contribute to everything you're creating because it's included in everything whether you know it or not, whether you include it, it's still there with everything you create. And the 3-day body class, which is the classes we have coming up together, allows you to start accessing that with more ease, or recognizing how much you have already been accessing that, recognizing where you do create with your body. Even if we were talking about new computers, your body has to help you create working with that new computer. How do I type? What do I see on the keyboard? But your
Exactly.
computer's your business. This is what you create your revenue streams with. And the body, we don't often see how much our body, every moment of our body is included with the creations of everything in our life. And if you can
And
start
how,
accessing and being grateful for that and having more of that, your life will start to expand.
Yes, absolutely. And asking your body who or what can be a contribution. Like these two women who are in this 3-day body class I'm doing here in Rome. This is actually an old computer and it's in Italian. And of course, I speak Italian because I'm in Italy, but I've been working with a Mac in English here in Italy for years. And so this computer now, and they what is the gift? Who or what is the gift? And I brought these two ladies here. I was like, can you help me start this up? And they did, right? So who or what could be the contribution to you, your life, your body, your Zoom, your meetup with your friends, right?
Mhm.
If you're willing to ask, why ask a question? It's the first page on the 3-day body manual.
Yeah, because
Why
questions open
ask a
doors.
question?
They open doors to possibilities. And
And you don't need
what
an answer.
you don't need an answer. You get a door opening, an awareness. Something pops in your head. If you're looking for an answer, you're looking for a definition that tends to kind of stop it, straight line, flat line stuff. You're asking questions that create awareness. And when we start asking with our body starts to get included. And the body has so much information. I'm still amazed at the information my body can give me about what's going on. I just lost an earring. I'm like,
Is
oh,
that
there's
true?
even a
Did
better
you
one. Our
did you
cat.
lose it?
No, I found it, but it was the body that walked
Exactly.
around. But there
It,
was
it wasn't light. My body was like, what? It wasn't light when you said you lost it.
no.
And your body helped you find it.
Yeah, the body walked to it. There it was. But I had my cat was visiting. My daughter's cat came and visited, and she was driving back to college in Santa Barbara, and the cat was outside, and no one could find the cat. And we were calling the cat and pulling the cat, doing all sorts of energetic stuff with access tools. And someone that was in my foundation class that weekend walked out on my deck, and her earring dropped way down into the dirt off my deck. And we're like, well, let's go down and see if we can just find it. There's the bodies are looking for it. And then we turn around and there's the cat under the deck.
Wow.
So I'm still
Animals,
like, yeah, animals, bodies, the cat's body pulled our bodies down there, pulled the girl out on the deck. Bodies contribute, and they still surprise me because when I saw the cat, I was like, oh my gosh, what a creation that was. I mean, it's simple. The cat would have probably shown up. My daughter may not have been able to leave when she wanted, but the ease it created, like the side effects, is your life gets easier and greater when you include your body.
absolutely. And the simplicity, this is,
Mhm.
those, personalities that a complication that, we don't want to be too simple, right? But the simplicity that animals seem to be, the trees, etc. If we're willing to connect with that and really be present with the earth, with the animals, then the ease and the joy that shows up, it is amazing. I have a doggy here, and
Mhm.
I didn't want him to be bothering the people working on the tables, right? And they were like, why did you take away the dog? Please bring the dog back. Please bring the dog back. So, in the moment connecting with the animals energetically, physically present, or with the earth, things actually change. And that's your body is connected with the earth. So,
It
what,
is of the earth
hello, hello.
more than
And
just a connection. It's like from that. Like there's no cell in our body that isn't from this earth.
exactly. And
Like
don't you can't be overwhelmed by entities because there's something that we have. We are entities in bodies.
hmm
So we've got something more.
we do. We can open a door
Hello.
easily. Yeah.
Yes.
So if
Yes.
anyone has that's on the Zoom, there's a bunch of people on here. If you have questions for,
Really? It's not
yeah,
just us on the Zoom? All these
it's
people
not
hearing
just
us?
There's people live with us. Yeah, I
Oh my
know.
gosh. How does it get? How does it get? How does it get any better than that? Hello.
So if you guys have any questions for us, you can
Mm,
raise your hand. Otherwise, keep yourself muted.
Muted.
It's moot.
Mutation.
Yeah.
Yes, or anything to share. Have you been ever been in
A three,
body
yeah.
classes? And even if you've ever been in a body class with us together, it's
Mm.
never the same. They're all different.
mm. Wow.
Yes.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Who's speaking?
Oh,
Ah, there's a question, I guess, on this old computer. Yes.
Yes. So Elizabeth is asking how to free the body from pain.
How to free the, oh, well, that could be a whole other Zoom and a whole series of them. Um, Pain's an
Repeat the
awareness.
question. Repeat the question.
How do you free the body from pain?
mm,
Como liberar tu cuerpo dolor? Something like that? My Spanish. How does it get any better than that? So the pain is always information your body's giving you.
Please say it again.
Pain is
Pain.
information, information
And
your
your body
body
is giving
is
you.
giving
Yeah,
you about something.
exactly. And before it shows up as pain, it's like a whisper. You've heard of the book Body Whispering. Your body will whisper to you, right? You can, I'll just say this part, Glenna, and you can go on. And sometimes we ignore it. We're walking and it's like, oh, goodness, I got a little twist here. Okay, let me keep walking. And then if you're not listening to the whispers, your body will knock softly
mm,
on you. And you're like, oh, goodness, what's going on? And then it might talk loudly to you in its own way, not with words. But when you're not really connecting with your body, in order to connect with you, invite you to connection, it will do a scream. And that's what you have identified,
mm,
right? And defined as pain. So if you are feeling a pain, first please ask, truth, is this something physical going on with my body? Truth, yes. Truth, no. Or is my body trying to communicate something to me? And be present at that moment and see if while you're even asking that, because you're connecting with your body when you ask that, see if there's a little shift in what you have defined as pain. Go ahead,
And one
Dr.
great
Glenn.
question with, yeah, and even injurious pain is your body communicating to you about that. But much of the stuff we are calling pain doesn't have an injury connected to it, right? And we know that. We know we didn't fall down. The knee started hurting weirdly someday, or back started hurting. You didn't do anything. You're pretty clear there's no injury that was involved. It's often just,
mm,
it can be information about other people's bodies, about the earth. It's to ask a question, body, what is this? That's my go-to with my, body, what's that? Before I define it. That moment before I go, oh, my stomach hurts. Before I go, oh, my stomach hurts, it's like, oh, what's that? If it changes at all, it's usually not yours if you ask who does it
mm,
belong to. Who does this belong to if it changes at all? It's
Exactly.
not yours. Who
Who does
does
this
it
belong
belong
to?
to?
Who? And this is what you're saying. I mean, I feel like, please, if you get this recording, listen to this more than once because I love what you're saying. Uh, I always love what you're saying. We don't just do classes together. We hang out. But one of the things that Dr. Glenna Rice said was asking or recognizing if it has to do with your body or if it has to do with someone else's body. What is that about? How much of a capacity do you have, right? That you are identifying as pain. Okay, before I finish that, everything that is, everything you've identified as pain, which is actually a capacity that you are not acknowledging, please free, destroy, and uncreate all that. There's a
Mm.
Godzillion, Allah zillion, Buddha zillion, Shiva zillion, right and wrong, good and bad, hawk and pod, all nine, shorts, boys, pole beds, and beyonds. Having to do with someone else's body often is that you're trying to heal someone else, that you're actually in an automatic way looking to pull the pain or the dolore, how do you say dolore,
Mm.
out of someone else's body, right? That is a capacity. Doesn't mean you're wrong. But if you acknowledge, just conversing with your body a bit, that it actually has very little to do with you and more to do with someone else, like Dr. Glenna Rice was saying, then A, you recognize your magic and your capacity, and B, you can invite your body, thank your body for letting you know that, and invite your body to invite them to heal their body, but not to take it out of their body and put it into your body. Because if you take it out of somebody's body, the pain, and put it into your body and lock it in there, then they've got to find another pain because they chose the
They
pain.
could, yeah, because you can't
Now we
heal
used to do that in many centuries ago, but now let's do it in a different way. Let's be in a different way.
Yeah, you can't heal someone else's body. You can't contribute to it. It is a capacity our bodies, many of our bodies have, healing bodies. And if you acknowledge it, that information it's giving you often dissipates. And then you don't have to lock in your body or start creating what they're creating, which is kind of what that locking in your body is you perceive their bodies and their thing and their pain. You think for a second it's yours, and then your body starts to create from your point of view that you have something going on with your body. Our bodies are incredibly generative. They're creating all the time, and they're creating with you and your point of view. So if your point of view is, oh, I have a stomach ache, when it was actually someone just walked by you, your body went, oh, we can help them. We can help them with their stomach ache. And your body goes, oh, look what I'm doing. And it shows you what it's doing. And you go, oh, I have a stomach ache. You have just started a point of view of creation and generation with your body that may actually start to what we say when we say lock it in.
Absolutely.
You
And
can dissipate this. It's not something that sticks with you. Locking it in your body doesn't mean it has to stay in your body. It's not locked in forever. Your body's a key. You can get rid of it, boom, by changing your awareness of what it is and stop buying the
yes,
story that it's not yours, that it is yours when it's not yours. So you can just like acknowledge it. Cool. You can heal someone's stomach ache body. You are amazing. What a cool creation. Is it working? Did we help them? And if you get no, say, okay, buddy, we don't have to keep doing this. It's not working. And if you did help them, what an amazing capacity and gift. You will both be generating more when you acknowledge it. Your body will go, what? Look what I did, and you know what I'm doing. This is what we do around the planet. We are rock stars. These are
feeling like a
capacities.
rock star.
So much
Yeah.
of the pains in our bodies are a capacity you have. You don't want to get rid of them. You want to acknowledge what's true about them. And when you acknowledge what's true, it's not yours, it's something else. Or maybe it's an injury and you acknowledge it's an injury. You can go get some work on it. When you acknowledge what's true, the intensity will dissipate, often go away, and you'll smile.
And it often, absolutely, and it often, the body, in whatever way, the body can invite your presence and the change you've been asking for. It does that. So, like Dr. Glenna said, if it is a pain and you go and have it checked out, who or what gets a chance to be a contribution to you because you're busy taking care of your body, and so they get to be a contribution to you.
They
You
call
know,
that in this world self-care.
yeah.
Self-care
A
is a good
girlfriend, I
thing.
tell that story all the time. A girlfriend she called me and she was like, "Oh, I've got a heart pain," And it immediately came to me, did you check out a doctor? Doctor? She was in her 80s. I've never been to a doctor before. I do access, I do spiritual work, and blah, blah. She went to the hospital, triple bypass surgery. It was the only time that her husband was able to take care and be with her and bring her food, and that her son was able to come and help her because she was always doing for them. So for 2 weeks, and this was 5 years ago, she's great still. For 2 weeks, they
That's
were
cool.
able to gift to them. So anytime something shows up, truth, is this mine? Truth, is it someone else's? Truth, is it something else's? Because our bodies know what goes on in the planet, what goes on around the planet. If there's an earthquake somewhere, not next door, might be like that yesterday, that ceiling that fell in the airport in Delhi. Somebody got taken away from the planet. How much are you aware of that? Your body, like Dr. Glenna said, is so connected with every element of this planet. So, truth, is this mine? Truth, yes. Truth, no. Truth, is it someone else's? Truth, yes. Truth, no. Truth, is it something else's? Truth, yes. Truth, no. Okay, truth, what is this? What do I do with it? Can I change it? And if so, how? Yeah, yeah. It's amazing tools. And some of these body processes have been in the manual for so long, but there are new
Mm.
ones that just came out
Just
this
came out.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new ones.
And every time you look at them, is it always the same for you?
No.
I know.
No, every time I receive, I mean, MTVSS is a body process that's been around since I've started creating with this amazing work, Access Consciousness, and it's still a go-to process for me. It's taught in the first foundation class you can do. Um, every time I receive it, it's different, it's unique, and it's a gift. It's a gift. Like we talked about self-care. I mean, the 3-day body class is some of the best self-care, self-help care you're going to receive often. I just did a 3-day body class with Gary Douglas and his daughter Grace Douglas, and I've been teaching this class for like, I don't know, 14 years. Had not taken the 3-day body class except for the very first time Gary taught it. And I got to receive the class I've been facilitating, and I was like, this is the coolest class. This is so much fun. My body was so happy. The questions, the energy of all the other people in the class contributing to my body, me contributing to theirs, and receiving these amazing, there's like 60 some processes in the manual, receiving the processes my body was choosing, and the peace and the space and the kindness. Someone had asked, what is the energy of total kindness and gratitude for your body? Well, not even total, just a little bit. What's the energy of a little bit of kindness and gratitude for your body? How much is that even spoken about in this planet that we live on? It's We've been talking about that since the Zoom started. This all of what we've been speaking to is a kindness and a gratitude. Being grateful for the amazing capacities you have. Being grateful that you can talk to your body, that you can ask a question and it will respond with something that creates more in your life, more awareness about something. It might be funky, but you've gotten more awareness. You can now work from there. That's a kindness. And to be grateful for all of that and to have a kindness with your body. Like when I did the 3-day body class, I was like, I heard that class and I'm like, I'm getting there. My body requires this to be. My body's done a bunch of laps around the sun. And it needs contribution too. I go take my car in to get it fixed up. And I probably pay more for some of that work than I do going to a body class.
Up
So yeah,
until now. Up
up
until now.
until now. Well, just the regular
Trust your
maintenance of,
body.
yeah. So,
Honor your body.
mhm.
Be grateful, like Dr. Glenna said, with your body. Vulnerable with your body. And an allowance of your body. The 5 elements of intimacy. Those will be the greatest gift. Non-definable and different each and every time. The approach to you, being you, It can and will change the world.
So do we want to take the question from Karen?
Caring. Let's do caring for Karen. Ah,
Karen,
just kidding.
Karen, Karen, Karen. Karen, you have a question. You take yourself off mute.
I think you sort of answered it, all the things that you said, but oftentimes, so I have a new question. Oftentimes when I'm testing and asking for other people's bodies, the answer comes pretty clearly, or I get images or whatever, but I get yes and no and yes and no when I ask about my own. um I went to eye doctor yesterday. He says, oh, you have post concussion injury. One eye, I had radial keratotomy, which is they cut the eye to correct nearsightedness about 30 years ago, and now it's scarring. He says, I cannot correct your eye vision any further. So it's almost like I can't even drive with this eye, but that's my good eye. And I can see clearly at times as well. And then he says, you have macular degeneration appearing in the other eye. So I'm just taking it all in stride, or I sort of like I'm taking it all in stride. But when I ask questions about it, I get mixed messages. So how do I get clear with myself to have the space for myself?
No, that's a great question. And we all,
Great question.
yeah,
Great
I mean,
question.
when I still can have difficulty being clear with myself when it's something I don't really want to know. I mean, I don't really want to see what that is. What weird thing do I have all twisted up that's creating this thing that I'm calling a problem?
And that's a capacity. That's a capacity you have to actually be distracting yourself from what your awareness is.
Kass has mentioned a bunch of times truth. Yes, truth. No, when you say truth, that allows you to see what is true for you, or see if you're lying. Now, I said see if you're lying also. Truth, am I lying? Yeah, okay, I don't want to see this. Now, one thing I want to just the doctor said there's nothing I can do to correct your vision. There's nothing he can do. That does not mean that there's nothing that can't be done to contribute to seeing more. But what are you unwilling to see?
Absolutely. Great
What are you
question.
unwilling to hear? What are you unwilling to know? And everything that is, you want to destroy and uncreate all of that.
Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine short boys, poets, and beyonds.
That's one of many questions. This is something you've probably been creating for more than a couple days with the diagnoses you just went through. They've been in creation for maybe many years, maybe lifetimes before. It may not be one pock and pod that starts to create the change. But one thing when I'm working with my patients is if you have a good day, and you mentioned there's times when you see more. When you have that, please acknowledge what your body has been creating, what it is showing you, what it can create, and ask this. Kass can sing it again. How does it get? How does it get?
How does it get? How does it get any better than this? How does it get? How does it get? How does it get any better than this? How does it get? How does it get any better than this? Also, one of the things I like to suggest, I'm sorry, is, when you're great at being distracted or not getting awareness, you have to take a moment. I used to carry jokes in my wallet, something that made me laugh, right? Because the moment you laugh, you don't have that mind's like, oh, come on, don't laugh. I'm working on you. I'm working on you. The moment you laugh, all those walls and barriers go down. So, or go and, swim or make a joke or something like that, and then immediately go back to you and say, truth body, what exactly? And your mind will be like, oh, wait, I'm coming. I want to distract you. I'm coming. But you've already lowered all those barriers, expanded that mental capacity, and are connecting directly with your body. And truth body, yes. Truth body, no. Simplicity.
You want to make a demand to have clarity, a demand of yourself, right? A request of the universe to contribute to that, and become a master of your thoughts. What if you were not the effect of your crazy mind and your thoughts? That, you got the joke one. There's a thing. There's who does it belong to? There's most of Access is just tools, so you can start having you and your thoughts and your cognition don't have to be controlling the game. Use them when you need them, if you ever need them.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
And how does it get better than this in what we're speaking to is when you have a good day, you're letting your body know what you're asking for. You may have had all these years asking for, I don't want to see anything. I don't want to see this world. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. Don't tell me about nothing. I'm going to be distracted. You may have had so many moments where you had that creation. When you say, how does it get better than that? You're letting your body know, no, this is the creation I want now. When I can see more of that. Show me how to have more of that.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
You're welcome. Thanks
Yes.
for the
Thank
question.
you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And what is the invitation? Your question is. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is now the time. Truth is now the time. Awesome. All right. Anyone else?
Hello,
Hmm.
Hello, hello.
from Denmark.
Oh,
Ah,
hello.
Ah,
Hi.
I
ah.
don't exactly have a question. I have a gratefulness around all this body energetic talk because I've been to Access since 2012,
Hmm.
and my appreciations to the tools and the body work. My husband has a double diagnosis with dementia. I tell you this because I'm so far jungle English. He don't have any much language left, and I can see I have such a happy man. I don't have all the trouble. Everybody, the statistics tell you will have. And I go to the energetics, the talk. When he can't reach me with his words, when I can't grasp what he's trying, I'm tuning into his body. And the body processes. It's just an acknowledgement of the body work and
Hmm.
the whole buffet from Access Consciousness. I don't know where I will be in this craziness sometimes if I didn't have these tools.
Thank you for that so much. My father died of Alzheimer's, passed away a few years back, right before the pandemic. He got out just in time before the crazy hit.
And
And
both of
I
mine
believe,
did too, mom and dad.
yeah, and he was living in my house, and I moved my parents in. And what you just said, what you're speaking to, I don't know how I could have had the ease I had with those 4 years he was in my house without the access tools, without the energetic processes, without this way of communicating without words.
Exactly.
He lost most of his language too. So thank you for acknowledging that.
Yeah, and you have to your self-care is so important in this weird way because you're up against, oh holy shit, there's a lot of, from the doctors to the
Mhm.
consultants, and I'm 4 years into my process with my husband, and for 48 hours ago we got a caretaker place because he's so needed for caretaking. I can't leave him. And then a consultant said, Gitte, now you have to know the stages of grief. And then she started. I said, thank you very much. I don't buy into this anymore. I have my own way of dancing with this.
Yeah, the tools to negotiate the medical system are
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah, the gift that is
exactly.
for us to be able to be in the question, to know what's true, asking that truth question, and to know what works for you and your husband. And, nicely,
So
nicely done.
just,
Just,
yeah,
good for you for
thank
caring for
you.
yourself. And how does it get better than that? Having him move into a new place. What's that going to contribute to both of you? And with his ease into something else that's possible with him on this planet and his being.
And this is just one experience in life. These tools, this menu, this buffet of all this magic, it can take us. Well, yeah. So thank you for
Absolutely.
bringing this
Yes,
Thank
call up.
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. And it's such a gift when we're acknowledging and recognizing that whatever shows up, in some way we've chosen it. And so whatever shows up for others, they have chosen it. And not going into the wrongness,
Mm.
right? Keeping open your zone. They have something to choose. If we're being accusing of them, then they don't have any space to change it or
No,
to
in fact,
actually.
I have never had so much training in allowance. I totally get what allowance is all about after this.
Yes, and it's amazing book, The Gift of Allowance. I was at the
Yeah,
hairdresser
yeah, yeah.
yesterday, and I sat at and underneath the hair dryer, and I read again the first chapter.
It's a book Gary
So when
Douglas.
I stand
Only
to my
Gary Douglas,
eyeballs,
The
what
Gift
can
of
allowance do
Allowance.
for me?
Amazing.
Yeah, yeah. So thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And we are, what gift of allowance are we that it's now time to acknowledge, recognize, and receive? Everything that does not allow us to do that or has not allowed us up until now, my Delhi phrase, up until now, to acknowledge that. Can we give it up to Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Shiva, the universe, and open up our awareness
Yeah, man.
our own way?
Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock. All nine shorts, boys, POVIDs, and beyonds. And if you're kind of new to this and you don't know what we're saying with that, clearingstatement.com. It's kind of a whole bunch of shortened words about ways you lock stuff up, and you're just agreeing to change them if you want.
Exactly. And if you started Access when we started Access, then it was a lot longer than that short. The
Well,
clearing
yeah,
statement.
yeah, it's gotten more efficient over time,
Yes, absolutely.
more
So,
effective, more I don't know, more effective and more efficient,
and we
pragmatic.
will, yeah, we will have this, recording and share it with you. Does anyone else have any question? Any answer? Awesome. So, yes, you see one? You see two?
Well, I saw we did that one, the total gratitude. Yeah, we spoke to that one. Um,
Yeah. Jite. Ay, jite. Jite Isabel. Hertz. Yes. I thought you were giving me something to to sip on. Yes. So we will have a lovely translation into Spanish, even if we speak Spanish, in our 3-day body class in New York
mhm.
and San Francisco, and anywhere you'd love us to have us together. Let us know because we love being together.
We
And
do.
so,
We have fun. And the
yes,
day we
exactly.
land. Yeah, yeah, totally. Well, thank you guys all for joining us for the Zoom, Glenna and Cass in action. We're really grateful, and I hope this was a contribution to your fabulous lives and what else is possible you have never considered for your creation.
Absolutely.
Is that supposed to do
Absolutely.
something funky with
Yeah.
the? It doesn't work for me.
Okay.
I adore you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, if you have
All
any
right.
questions, you know how to reach us. We got our email,
Yes.
and we're on Facebook and all those in
Yes,
social
we've got a
stuff.
Facebook group with we've done so many things. What the name of the Facebook group that we have our things on?
Do we have a Facebook group?
You
I'm
have
on.
what? Yeah, you have it written. It's great. We'll share it
We'll share.
where you post the things, which is awesome, awesome. But I've shared it on TikTok, our stuff, and on Instagram and on Facebook, The Art of Being Cass Thomas and Glenna Rice. So you can check anything out. And yes, who or what do you know is now the time to invite
Mm.
into life? Yes. Thank you so much for getting us on here, Carla, Aliva, Dios
Yeah, thank you,
bendiga.
Carla and Tomas, and
Tomas Sanchez, gracias.
our fabulous
We're
host.
so excited to have you in New York City. The two of you are so much fun individually, and together it's like, so thank you so much. And shall we mention the dates at all, or?
We can.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you dating
So
someone tonight, or you meant the dates of the class? Okay, go ahead. Yes.
The dates of the class. So New York City is August 4th through the 6th. It's a Sunday through a Tuesday. And then you might have to help me out with the San Francisco dates.
Right. San Francisco is July 27th, 28th, 29th.
Beautiful.
And we'll
Which
probably
is
be
Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah.
north of the city in Marin County, where it is just lovely and beautiful, and there's a lot of space for bodies here, and really cool things to do. And it's summer.
Nice.
Summer too. Yeah.
It's usually
Absolutely.
hot in New York City in August. So
Yeah, we're pretty mild. We can get pretty hot, but it's usually not that intense. and
Awesome.
and we'll see how the weather contributes to bodies in these classes.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. Yes. And I'd love to see you ladies again.
See you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining. It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye.
Yes, 4th to the 6th.
August 4th to 6th, the first Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in August. Yeah.
In Manhattan at a place called Balance Arts Center.
It's lovely.
It's lovely, and it's in Midtown.
Yes, it is. It's lovely. And the last Saturday, Sunday, Monday of July, and the first Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of August.
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. I think you did
Yeah.
that. Okay, they got it.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. If you know anybody who would like to join us, please
Ask
let
your
me know.
bodies if they would. Yeah, ask your bodies or their bodies if they would like to join.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening and receiving.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.
Arrivederci. Adios. Ooh. Oh,